Hi, today I'm in beautiful Sedona, Arizona, and the topic for this week's video is how to sell your manufactured home or mobile home on land here in Arizona. Okay, so now there are a couple things I want you to know before we begin. I, as a real estate agent, can sell your manufactured home or your mobile home only if it is on land and only if it is affixed to the land. So it has to come with the land in order to be real estate or real property. And if not, if you're in a mobile home park, say, where you pay a land lease every single month, that would make your mobile home considered chattel, and it has to go through the Department of Motor Vehicles in order to do the sale. So in that case, you would probably want to sell your mobile home either through Craigslist, for instance, or perhaps the park itself has a way for you to sell those homes. So that's the first thing I want you to know. The second thing is I want to tell you the difference between a mobile home and a manufactured home. So what happened is in June of 1976, HUD, which is the Housing and Urban Development Department of the government, stepped in, and to all the manufactured home builders, they came out with a set of standard building codes. So now all of these manufacturers have to adhere to the building codes, which would be like Champion, Cavco, all those builders always will go and build to the specifications, and if they change each year, they're going to upgrade their specifications in order to accommodate those. So now you know the manufactured homes that you're building and living in are going to be safe and comfortable, and that's why anything before 76 is called a mobile home and anything after 76 is called a manufactured home. So just that little piece of trivia for you to know. Also, for me to sell your mobile home, for instance, and put it on the Arizona Multiple Listing Service, I will need the affidavit of a fixture. And the affidavit of a fixture basically is what tells the world and has been recorded with the county that says your mobile home has been affixed to the land. So how do you get this, you might be wondering? Well, it's a little tricky. It's not really that tricky. If you're thinking of selling your home, there's two ways to get it. First, you can contact a realtor like me, and I can call the title company, ask them to prepare a listing kit, and they will do a search for the affidavit of a fixture and tell you if it has been recorded, and then I'll get back to you. Or if you're going to sell it by owner, just call the title company directly and they will let you know. Now, if you don't have the affidavit of a fixture, doesn't mean that you can't get one, because there are many cases, and I just sold one last year that had a similar circumstance where you and your husband, say, bought the mobile home in 1980, 1982. You've moved your primary residence 6 times, your husband has passed, you have no idea how to get this or what to do, and the first thing you're going to need is the duplicate title. Now, the title, actually not the duplicate. If you have an original title, that's the best. But the title looks like this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's basically just from the Department of Motor Vehicles. It's like your car title. It's like your motor home title, say, and that's what you need to get the fixture. You give this title to the title company and they will do it and they will record it for you, and then you've got it and it's all good. Now, what happens if you've moved 4 times and you have no idea, what, my place had a title? That's weird. And you need to get a new one. Well, in normal conditions, that's super easy. You just go down to the Department of Motor Vehicles and get somebody there to help you get a duplicate title. But in 2020, because of the COVID, I think the DMV was using the COVID as an excuse not to answer their phone. You would go down there and they'd say, oh, we're only taking appointments only. Call this number to get an appointment. And 4 weeks from now, you'll get an appointment. And then the other thing they would tell you is go online. You can do all your transactions online. Well, that's not true. There's basically like 4 of them you could do. You can do renew your driver's license, renew your license plate, change your name, change your address. That's about it. So now you're calling the DMV. They're not answering the phone. You get this message. I'm sorry, we have a higher than expected volume of calls right now. Please call back name later. But they never answer the phone. This is the same message you're going to get from now to eternity. And it's very frustrated. Trust me, finally, a year ago when I did this sale, after about a month, we were able to get this title and get the affidavit of a fixture, because I knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody that worked for a DMV quick sale company, and they gave me another phone number where the DMV answered the phone, and yay, I finally got the duplicate certificate of title, which went to the title company, and then they created the affidavit of a fixture and recorded it for me. So when I finally got through to the DMV to request the duplicate title, there were a couple pieces of information that they needed. One was the serial number, and I think the other was the manufacturer date and the manufacturer. So this information is on the data plate. And the data plate isn't a plate, it's just like an 8x10, maybe it's an 11 by 14 sheet of paper, and it's usually inside the cabinet drawer where the sink is, or the laundry room drawer, or it could be in the closet that the hot water heater is in. And it's just basically a piece of paper that has a serial number, the specs of the unit, the date it was built, that type of a thing, and that's where you get the information. And you might need this also for your lender. Actually, you will need this for your lender if your buyer is getting a loan. Now, that being said, then you get your duplicate title. Now you're on your way. So now your beautiful home is listed on the multiple listing service. There are a couple of other things you're going to want to know, especially if you're getting a loan or your buyer is getting a loan. One is you want to have the HUD tags. Now the HUD tags, they're actually the size of a dog tag, like an army dog tag. They're usually either red or blue, and they will be adhered to the back of the manufactured home. Now, if it's a double wide, there will be two, one on each side. If it's a single wide, there will only be one. They're usually red or blue. So you want that for the loan. And there was a case where recently there was a manufactured home in Rimrock, a double wide, and it had been completely stuccoed over. It looked like an actual house, but they stuccoed over the HUD tag. And my buyer didn't make an offer on one, but I could tell that was going to cause a problem, especially because my buyer had a VA loan. So now when we're going to lending, I'm going to tell you a little bit more, because if your home is easier for a buyer to get a loan on it, that's going to make it much easier for you to sell. So in order for you to get a VA, FHA, or conventional loan, you're going to have a home built later than 1976, affixed to the land, and it's going to need to be a double wide. And I have a buyer right now who has a VA approval for one of these types of homes. Now, don't fear though, because if it's 72, 73 build, but it's on the land, or if it's a single wide, I can still find a lender who will lend on one of those homes. In fact, these two lenders I'm going to put in the description below will loan on any mobile home. It could be a park model, it could be in a park. It's just going to be one of their chattel loans. Now, the difference here, of course, is you're going to be paying a higher interest rate. So when interest rates are 3%, you might pay 6%, but you know, that's what it is. You can still get a loan and find a place to live. Another thing you need to be concerned about is if you have ever put a room addition or maybe a carport, you know, a porch awning, or even a deck on a manufactured home, make sure you have a licensed contractor do that, because there are a few things that could ruin the structural integrity of the building, especially a manufactured home. You're not supposed to hang weight on one of the side walls, and if that has happened, your buyer or your buyer's lender may require an engineering certificate where a certified engineer has to come inspect the home, make sure there are no violations in the security or integrity of the building. So that is about all you need. Now, with that said, if you're interested in selling a home in Arizona, you could give me a call, a text, an email, but I want to start by saying I usually will only sell manufactured homes or mobile homes here in either Sedona, Flagstaff, Munns Park, Mormon Lake, or Birdie Valley. But that doesn't mean you can't call and text right to me for questions. And if you wanted to sell one of these in, say, the Phoenix area, I could certainly refer you to somebody who will. So that's my topic for today. My name is Dawn Dickenson. I work for HomeSmart. I sell real estate here in northern Arizona, but my side gig is I love to make these videos about any topic regarding living in northern Arizona or real estate type information. And I do put videos out every single week. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you would subscribe, that would be great. And I hope to see you here again next week.